Thank you once more, Amshigar. The rocks have been cleared. You have once again earned our thanks and this reward. You have proven yourself a valuable asset to the kingdom, and I shall have to consider a more official role for you here. Ah, yes. How would you like it if
Your
I made you
Majesty, we have discovered signs that another ritual has taken place.
That's the third one in less than a week. Where this time?
Just by the air duct, Your Majesty. Do you think this could be connected with the Fallon Orboplanix murder?
Probably. I'll get my new friend to look into it. Thank you, Carlo. You may go.
Very good, sire.
Well then, what do you think of this? I suggest you investigate this shady sect, who I am almost sure have executed Fallon Orboplanix, our old astronomer. I need someone who is not known as an agent of the king, a fearless man. Will you serve me in this role?
This is all somewhat confusing, Your Majesty, but I could certainly look into it.
I know you will not disappoint me. You will be free to question any of my people in your investigations. Guards, give this man free rein of the castle's private quarters. In addition, dear Amshigar, here is the key to one of my royal chambers. It is now yours. Please consider it your new home.
That is a most kind gesture.
Don't mention it. We shall hold a council meeting as soon as you bring back news of these disturbing events.
No doubt the king sent you to me for advice. As you can see, I look after the kingdom's library. What can I do for you?
I am Felnor, alchemist of the kingdom, and friend of the late Fallon Orboplanix.
Who was Fallon Orboplanix?
Fallon was our astronomer. He died a few days ago. I think he was about to bring to light a terrible plan, but he never got time to say more about it.
I'm investigating the rituals and the death of Fallon Orboplanix.
All I can tell you is that these two things are linked. I have here a note that Fallon gave me the day he died, in case anything happened to him. I never really understood what it meant. Maybe you will understand.
Locked. Locked. Ah, here we are. Fallon's precious notebook. I think it is time to call the council together.
Very well. Now that all the members of the council are present, let us begin. Felnor, what have you found in Fallon Orbiplanix's notes?
Let me see. Ah, Fallon mentions something about the guard, Urzog. He says he saw him practicing dark rituals involving animal sacrifices. Perhaps it was Urzog who was behind Fallon's murder. Or perhaps it was even the high priest of the cult of Akbaa. Oh, listen to this. I discovered the existence of a cult which wishes to invoke Akbaa onto Arx.
I'm always suspicious of that Urzog. Guards, throw Urzog into the cells.
Felnor, who is this Akbaa I heard you speak of?
Akbaa is a powerful devil, the god of destruction, that this cult is evidently trying to invoke and bring back to Arx. It would be blasphemy to allow this act to be perpetrated, and a total disaster for every living being on our planet.
Yes, here. Listen to the next bit. This evening I shall contact the Nodin to ask for their help.
The Nodin?
The Nodin is the dimension which regulates the existence of gods. They maintain the universal equilibrium by preventing an imbalance in the power of gods.
If Fallon really had been able to contact the Nodin, it is possible they may have sent an emissary here to stop the coming of Akbaa.
An emissary?
These emissaries are creatures of pure energy when they are on the Nodin. They are sent to cut off the energy channels which might drive the gods out of their dimension. I have heard amazing tales of emissaries who have the strength of 100 men, or who can perform the highest forms of magic. Others who are invincible. These emissaries are called guardians.
Somewhere in the fortress is a cult which recites impious prayers to a fragment of a meteorite made entirely of a material called koltk. This rock is said to have come from the place where Akbaa was born. Normally, this substance is indestructible. In truth, Felnor, only a guardian of the Nodin could destroy this meteor.
How could one of these guardians stop the incarnation of a god just by destroying a piece of rock?
It is the impious prayers of the priests and their hideous sacrifices which are focused by the meteor. It provides a channel of energy for Akbaa, who, when he has gathered enough, will be able to complete his incarnation in Arx. If that happens, destruction and suffering will be unleashed upon us. We must find and destroy this meteorite at any cost.
How shall we find this guardian?
I have a fragment of Koltk in my laboratory, which may be of great assistance in finding him.
Let's be clear about one thing. We know that the cult of Akbaa has a great presence in Arx, and that it is gaining power. Luckily, we were able to stop Herzog, the cult's high priest, before it was too late. But other worshippers could still invoke Akbaa. We must find this famed guardian of the Noden as soon as possible.
In addition, the war with the Ilsids is very troubling, Majesty. What should we do about it?
Carlo, we need a solid plan of defense. I fear the worst. Nobody knows exactly what these Ilsids are or who commands them. Guards, bring me the fragment of Koltk, Amshigar. While our army is facing the Ilsids, we will need your help to find this legendary guardian. I cannot deny that this task will be harsh and lengthy. In fact, we have no idea what the guardian will look like, or even if it is already among us. But I have faith in your capabilities.
Here is the stone, Your Majesty.
Good. Put it on the table. Take this stone, Amshigar. It is a small thing. The Guardian is the only one who is capable of destroying this fragment of Meteor. Above all, take great care. Great heavens!
Welcome, Guardian. Allow me to explain your next mission. You know the rules of the Noden, the dimension of gods and demon princes. No being of power is permitted to leave this dimension, but Akbaa is preparing to invade a world called Arx. A group of his followers is presently trying to invoke him. You know that this must not be. We cannot fight Akbaa from here, for we can impose nothing on the gods. So we shall send you to destroy this cult which worships him, and without the adulation of followers, his power will diminish to acceptable levels.
I shall destroy this cult, Master.
It will be no simple task. For this mission, we shall confer upon you a specific skill to allow you to destroy the cultic rock which is linked to Akbaa's power. It is impervious to mortal attack. This rock is the source of the problem, as it channels the energy given by Akbaa's followers. Soon, Akbaa will have enough energy to enable him to complete his incarnation on Arx.
I understand, Master. Well, I have a contact in Arx.
Your contact died during the transmission of this message. You will have to find your own way when you get there. This is extremely troublesome, as the shock of the passage is disastrous for a Guardian's memory. You may be disoriented for a while before your memory returns and you recall this conversation. But there is no other way. Prepare yourself. You are about to be transported. I will bring you back when you have completed your mission. But that means that Amshigar is...
The Guardian. It all makes sense to me now, and especially his constant desire to help others. I am honored to meet you, Guardian.
Touching this stone has enlightened my mind. I was sent here to stop the coming of Akbaa, and I must act without delay. First, I need to gain access to the secret temple. There I shall destroy the stone by simply touching it.
May the wisdom of the Noden guide you, Amshigar.
Don't let us delay you further.
I don't want to die!
Herzog, I presume. Tell me why you killed Fallon Orbiplanix. Are you the high priest of the cult of Akbaa?
Oh, mercy! Don't kill me! Oh, Guardian of the Light, I am no priest. I swear it. The rituals were only to bring my dear wife back from the dead.
Tell me more, Herzog.
They contacted me, but always remained hidden in shadow. The priests assured me that if I prayed to Akbaa and performed the rituals, my wife would return to me. But it was all lies. Oh, please have mercy on my wretched soul.
Give me another good reason to spare your life, mortal.
I can help you. The entrance to their temple is through the metal door in the yellow tulip. They gave me the password. Fat Kapel. Ah, well.
I am sick to death of this.
I hate to have to repeat this once again, Luneshire. Find Crow House and return it to us, or you will regret your slackness. Enough. The Order has no interest in your sob stories. Results are the only thing that can save you from the expression of our disappointment. Now,
I'll get my best men on it.
I don't understand any of this. What was this conversation about?
Listen, no offense, but I think it would be best if you stayed out of this. This concerns something internal to the kingdom.
Our fate is in your hands. Never forget that.
Don't let us delay you further.
It is nice to see you, Guardian.
Must have been
Shinkash. In what way is the king beholden to the Order of Adurnium?
it's nothing to do with your quest, Guardian. Suffice it to say that there is a debt that must be paid.
Does the king have something which belongs to you?
The treaty. The king must honor our treaty. That's all.
Password.
Fat Kapel.
Dirty Tomb Raider that he is.
I have nightmares every night at the moment.
You know, I haven't seen any dwarves.
Brothers! Help me!
Orboplanix must have had time to contact him. I should have seen to him sooner. A guardian. Your presence here is of great encouragement to us. This proves we finally have the power to bring Akbaa to life here, and that he is more powerful than ever. As for the two of us, my sweet, we shall continue this ceremony later. Inra Nika Dam Rianama.
Bless you, stranger. I don't know who you are, but you've made a friend today.
Akbaa will have to look elsewhere for his meal.
I won't forget this. I promise.
Believe it. I thought I'd be able to destroy this. How can it be too powerful?
Have mercy, Master. He threatened me. Mercy!
Come, Urzag. You know full well that we must all do our bit for the cause with what feeble powers each of us possesses. But take comfort. Your martyr's sacrifice shall not be in vain.
Majesty, our outpost has been attacked by the Ilsids. This time, there were no survivors. What's worse, we have not found the bodies. Perhaps they have been taken.
Great heavens! Where could they have been taken?
We do not know. They were swift and merciless. They are a formidable enemy, sire.
I suppose these Ilsids are indeed part of the cult of Akbaa.
Under the orders of Acerbius?
I don't really have any proof, but we first heard of them when the cult of Akbaa appeared. But there's something else. Sweeberus left the kingdom recently. He must have been able to tell that we were about to discover the truth about him.
What truth?
Sweeberus and Acerbius are one and the same. He is behind Fallon's murder.
Now I understand why Acerbius was waiting for me at the temple. He knew I was coming.
So, you fought with him. Finally, a bit of good news. Amshagar, tell me that you have destroyed the source of evil once and for all.
No. I was unable to destroy the meteor. Instead, I felt my energy draining away.
Good Lord! How can that be possible? Felnor, how can you explain that?
I was afraid this might happen. The stone is now in resonance with Akbaa, and the energy channel drains both your physical and your magical energy to feed Akbaa. In fact, by touching it, you have sent your own power to our worst enemy.
I think I understand what you mean, Felnor, but even my very best men have always failed in this quest.
Shagar is not one of your best men, sire. He is a guardian sent by the gods.
If you think there is the slightest chance that I can destroy this meteor, I will find a way to do it.
You must protect yourself against the meteor's energy drain. During the War of the Magi, the kingdom was given an artifact of immense power by the Order of Aeternium. Without it, we would quite possibly have lost the war. This artifact was composed of two pieces, Krahaus and Zohark. Any magician who possessed both of these items became immune to all energy-draining effects. It was thanks to this protection that the war was finally won.
Well, then just give me this object.
That's where it gets complicated. In fact, when this object was given over to us, a treaty was signed with the Order of Aeternium by Paxalis, father to our current king. This pact stipulated that we were to return the artifact to the Order when they requested it.
I see no wrong there, so?
So, 20 years later, a group of rebels rose up from God knows where, killed my wife, and kidnapped my daughter. She had only just been born.
And more to the point, they also took Krahaus. Luckily, we prevented them from stealing Zohark. The Order turned up a few hours later and demanded that we return the whole object to them. We could only give them Zohark, and ever since, they have been demanding that we honor our pact and find Krahaus once more. We have never found those rebels. We do not even know if they are still on the face of Arx, as they were only heard of that one time. Nevertheless, the Order assures us that they can still feel the presence of Krahaus in the fortress.
Very well. I will find Krahaus and Zohark.
Now go, Shagar, and save us from this demon. Find Krahaus and Zohark and destroy this accursed meteor once and for all.
I am sick to death of